Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Welcome you all again in the virtual learning system of Pakistan International School, Taif, Saudi Arabia. Dear boys, as you know that this is Pakistan International School, Taif, virtual class for class second year student, subject computer science, and today is our 8th lecture. Teacher name Imran Ahmed. Chapter number 2 is System Development Life Cycle, which is shortly we can say that SDLC. In this chapter, we will define some topics, some steps. Overall, the definition or overall the summary of this chapter is this. I will show you the diagram which you will keep in mind and you will perform this one. This is the diagram which you are watching at your screen. Check it. First one, defining what is this? Actually, these are the few steps. These are the few steps. If some organization ask you to perform or ask you to computerize the system, their task, so this is the diagram or these are the steps you must be followed in order to implement or in order to make a program for them. First one, defining. Second, planning, feasibility, analysis, requirement, design, coding, testing, development, and maintenance. In this chapter, we will read these few steps. So this is the summary of this chapter. Defining the problem, planning, feasibility, up to so on. So we will study this one by one. In this chapter, we have to start what is system. Question is, what is system? System, definition of system. A system is set of components to collect, create, store, process, and distribute information. Let's say in an organization, which thing is used, anything have some kind of purpose, then this is called the system. Watch over there in school, there are personnels, humans are there, their furnitures is there. So all are there in order to perform some kind of task. So this one is known as, all the components when combined together, they are making a system. Different procedures are used to perform different tasks in the system. A procedure, what is this procedure? A procedure is a set of steps performed in a regular and specified order to accomplish for a task. Procedure is a set of steps. Set of steps means you can say that this is kind of algorithm. Step by step in order to perform a problem is known as algorithm as well as procedure. For example, the registration of a student can be a procedure in an education system. Every person interacts with the many systems during daily activities. An examination system determines the overall performance of each student as a final result. A billing system can be used by an organization to send invoices and receive payments from customers. A payroll system is used to manage employees' salaries. So all of the kind of examples which I gave you are making a system. Now come over here, the most important topic in this chapter, define SDLC or System Development Life Cycle. What are the objectives? What are the objectives? So first we will define the definition, then we will come to the objectives. System Development Life Cycle. I showed you the diagram of SDLC. So now we have started the diagram, explain one by one all the process, all the steps. First one is system development life cycle is a problem solving process. Keep in mind that you are going to computerize an organization, any organization. So organization is a problem. Why it is a problem? Because problem definition is when you are doing or solving anything, it means that you are solving the problem. So you are going to computerize an organization, and organization is problem to you for making a computerized system. So SDLC is a problem solving process. Problem solving process. It consists of different steps or phases to develop information system. It consists of different steps. I show you in the diagram, there are different steps, analysis, whatever, up to so on. Last step was implementation. So these are the steps or phases. Phases of what? To develop information system. It is organized way of developing successful system. Means whenever you will perform those steps, so the project of which you are going to be developed, it must be accurate and perform accurately in any organization if you perform the steps correctly. It is commonly used in software engineering to create or alter information system. Software engineering is an engineering approach used in software development overall. So you can say that SDLC is a software engineering. You are performing engineering, you are performing analysis. Why? Approach used in software development. So program is whenever you are making any program, it means that you are software developer. So this one is known as software development. Now this is the definition of SDLC. What are the objectives of system development life cycle? Different objectives of system development life cycles are as follows. Number one, ensure quality. An important objective of system development life cycle is to ensure that high quality systems are delivered. It means that if you follow that steps, so you are making the high quality software. Each phase, what is the phase? I show you in the diagram that some phases or some steps are there, so they are known as each phase. Each phase of SDLC makes sure that the system is developed according to the requirement. So the requirement which we will, what is requirement, we will discuss in this chapter. Next one, this one is ensure quality. Management controls. An objective of system development life cycle is to establish an appropriate level of management over the projects. The management control is very important to direct, coordinate, control, review, and approve software development projects. So next one is maximize productivity. What is the purpose of making a software? Maximize the productivity. An objective of system development life cycle is maximize productivity. Let's say a person is doing a work with his hand and another person is using a computer software. So accuracy, because human makes an error, but system, if you develop a system, computerized system, it is a very little chances to produce an error. It will not make any error if you are not performing the steps well. If you are performing the steps well, it means that the software will be perfect. If you miss some kind of information, because the machine is dependent on the human, that's why it will be maximize the productivity. SDLC identifies the potential risk in the project in advance. It ensures that proper planning is done to avoid these risks. So this one was a topic. Topic was SDLC defines system development life cycle. What are the objectives of SDLC? Next question is, why system development life cycle is important? Important means why you are performing those steps in order to develop a software. System development life cycle is important for the following reason. Number one, SDLC is a systematic way of developing a successful system. Overall, you can assume that system means a project, any kind of project. SDLC is a systematic way. Watch over there in the diagram. Keep in mind that diagram in your so there are few steps. If you perform these steps, so your development software is systematic approach. It divides the system development into different phases. It becomes easier for the development team to evaluate and develop each part easily. Watch over there in the mathematics. If you are solving the steps, if you don't follow any or if you missed any steps in order to solving the problem in solving the question, then teacher deduct your marks. So obviously, why he deduct your marks? Because you not perform the fully steps. Actually, this is the same. In order to develop a computer software, so if you perform those steps, so the possibility of error is minimum. But if you perform not steps correctly, then most probably at the end your project or your system which you are going to be developed may be failure. So it divides the system development into different phases. It becomes easier for the development team to evaluate and develop each part easily. Next, it is easier to work on multiple phases at the same time. For example, some persons are doing the analysis phase, few persons are doing the coding phase. So parallel phases or multiple phases at the same time. That improves efficiency. It delivers quality system according to the requirement. According to the requirement. Requirement will tells you the company that you are going to the computerize, that they will tell you that these are our requirement and you must fulfill these requirement and computerize our system. It ensures that all requirement for the system are well defined and fulfilled. It delivers a cost-effective system. Cost-effective means you can say that it can save your money. It offers a basis for project planning, scheduling, and estimating. It provides effective way to control and track the project. It increases the development speed. So these are the few steps why system development life cycle is important. So due to this step, system development life cycle is very, very important. Next, stakeholders. Stakeholders means the persons who are involved in not a person only, the things, you can say that the objects, the entities who are involved in order to making a system, developing systems are known as stakeholders. What is stakeholder? List some important stakeholder of SDLC. It means that whenever you are performing the SDLC system development life cycle, the things, the persons, the software, the machines, the anything which will be work with you, they are known as stakeholder. Stakeholders. A stakeholder refers to any person or group who is affected by the system directly or indirectly. Watch over there, the person who are affected by the system directly or indirectly. The stakeholder can be within the organization. It means that they are in your organization or outside of the organization, or any kind of other persons, those who can help. The project management team should identify all stakeholders of SDLC. Now, this one is the responsibility of whom? Responsibility of project management team to identify that this person is this person can help me, this person can help me, or whatever, this thing can help me. So these are all called the project management team should identify the stakeholder of SDLC. It is important to determine the requirement and expectation of the stakeholders. It is also very critical to manage the influence of all stakeholders effectively to ensure the successful project. So you must identify the stakeholders when you are going to be computerize any system. Inside your organization, outside your organization, it means that those person or those things who can help you in order to developing a project are known as they are stakeholders. Stakeholders of SDLC. Now check it over here. What are the stakeholders of SDLC? It means that what things are uses. Some important stakeholders of system development life cycles are as follows. Number one, project managers are there, system analysts are there, programmers are there, software tester are there, and user are there. Project manager who can manage your project, system analyst, those who will collect the information for you from whom? From the company they are going to be computerized. It is known as system analyst. Programmers. Programmer means the person who will be developed or who will code the coding, who will perform the coding is known as programmer. Software tester. At the end, when you have complete your project, so they will check, some people will check you are performing the project accurately or not. So these are known as software tester. And the user means who will use that project, who will use that system is known as user. So end user, we are the end user almost. Watch over here. This is the user means this is Adobe Reader program, and I am using, now I am the user of this program. Now over here list different steps or phases of system development life cycle. This is a very, very long question and very, very important question. We will today we will watch the only steps. Inshallah, tomorrow or next period, we will explain all of them one by one. So different phases or different steps of system development life cycle are as follows. Number one, defining. Second, planning. Third, feasibility. Fourth, analysis. Number five, requirement engineering. Number six, design. Seven, coding, testing, development, and maintenance. Watch over here again this diagram. This is the summary of your chapter. Defining. The output of defining phase is the input of planning phase. So the output of planning phase is the input of feasibility phase. So one by one, the output of each phase is the input of next phase. Watch over here. Why this arrow goes to the up? Whenever you perform all of these steps and the final, you are going to implement your project, and your project has some kind of error, then it must be you follow and check from the top, then comes to the bottom. So this one is known as SDLC. Inshallah, tomorrow we will explain these steps one by one till you have take care of yourself. Pray for me, pray for all Muslims. Take care. Allah Hafiz.